let's print the splits. You know what? Yeah. There we go. Yeah, that's not ideal. Why are you like this game? Why are you like this? Why is the batch size 1? Oh! That'll do it. Is that better? Okay, yes, but the last batch is too big. Way too big. Why batch big? Actual batch size 5. Well, these are not 5. Okay, so quick debug. Okay, so I is obviously 0. Actual batch size is 2. Because the number of plants to be harvested is very large. And you want to use 21 drones. Because the ideal batch size is 3. Okay, so the mismatch here. Propagates this error significantly. I see. So I think then that it probably should do something like this then and just not have that silly thing. Okay, that looks better. We get sometimes a drone that does nothing. I think that's preferable. Like, I think it's better to have one drone that finishes quickly. Or possibly does nothing. Rather than have a long section where we're waiting for something to do extra work. Now, I don't really know why we end up with a split of nothing. Doesn't really impact us though. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's a much faster sunflower program. We could be a little bit clever here. And we could move to the middle to... does it matter? It doesn't actually matter because of how our movement patterns go. Okay, let's call that good on the sunflower front. And let's run our main program again. None is not a key in the dictionary. Why? Oh, is this one of those things where I... Yeah, if select crop returns none, that means that we should buy the current upgrade. Unlock. Cheapest upgrade. Yeah. Boom. If current crop is none, then we buy an upgrade and continue. We bought a bunch of upgrades that I don't know what they all did, but now we have them. That's just for funs and giggles. Okay, we got a bunch of levels in watering and fertilizer. Also dinosaurs, for some reason. Okay. I like what that did. Now entity for item is... What was there? Cactus. What was there? Entity for item has never been defined. Oh, I think it's... I haven't imported it. Am I bad? Yeah. Yep. I'm bad. From crop utils, import everything. Let's try again. What was there? Entities cactus cannot be used as a key. What do you mean it cannot be used as a key? It's clearly a key. Oh, it's an array. Oh. Right. Because... Why was that an array again? Right, because there can be multiple entities that can be used to plant that thing. But they will give the same result here, so it doesn't really matter. It's only the bush and tree. It doesn't matter. I'm just gonna change this to actually not be lists. And then we'll just handle that separately. Off you go. Oh, it's time for cacti, huh? Oh, goodness. Yeah, this is gonna take a while, isn't it? This is gonna take a while. Remind me of how we implemented this. Did we use some kind of in-memory way of remembering where stuff is, or is this stateless? It's stateless. Okay. Yeah, and we will be swapping for days. This is the nature of n squared time. How do we parallelize this? I think we start our guy off down here, and we do the old scatter gather, right? We send a drone up each column. The drone plants the column and does shuffles as it goes. And it goes back and forth, and if it gets to a state where it doesn't do a shuffle on a full pass, it exits. And because we have drones going in parallel, stuff is going to move across at a decent rate. But I'm not actually sure that that's guaranteed to always produce a sorted field, because a drone might find its column sorted while something to the left of it is still not completely sorted, and then a thing moves across and it gets stuck, and then the whole field thinks it's sorted when it's actually not. And we have no communication facilities. Like, there's no IPC, there's no shared memory, no files. So we can't implement like communication between the drones to kind of say, hey, I'm not done yet, you need to keep going. That's simply not possible. Maybe it's one of those situations where it's correct often enough that it's worth the speed up. Because this is taking forever. So that was the last swap. Now it's gonna go through an entire hacking thing again, just to make sure that everything is sorted, and then it's gonna harvest. Okay, and now it's on to the pumpkins. For some reason. You're pretty sure that if I try hard enough, I'll find a way to make this Turing complete, then create my own network stack and have a drones chat with each other via controller drone. I mean, the game is Turing complete. It's a Python. Python language is Turing complete. Oh, this is so chaotic. I love it. I'm not sure I do, but it is very chaotic. So this is the part of our program that needs the most improvement. Especially the tree situation, because we end up planting... Oh, you cannot index into none. Do you want to run dinos? You want to run dinos? Okay. However, you have not prepared, my friend. You have not prepared. Why have you not prepared? I thought this was a cooking show. Why have you not prepared in advance? Let's see. If we are... If the next program is dinos, and the current program is different from the next program, that means we need to prepare for the dinos. We have clearly not prepared the dinos. Wait, hold. Is this a stupid thing where... Yeah. We keep recalling this again and again. And just spawning more drones, so that when it's time to do the dinos, there's a bunch of drones out on the field that just keeps replanting-ish. So we did actually do the prep. We just planted all over it. Like we just had 32 drones shitting the bed. Which, believe it or not, is not ideal. So how do we handle this? We need the do basic crops to exit at some point. When is that point? Hey, crazy one, you need some help? Well, first of all, welcome in. How you doing? Hope you will enjoy the content. How do we do this? Let's keep a track of the drones we have, first of all. And before we exit, we need to merge all the drones. And the drones themselves need an exit condition. For now, let's just do something stupid. For I in range. Have them do 1,000 iterations each. That'll eventually unstick stuck, I reckon. After I add a colon. And then we're gonna run the thing again. And now we're gonna do the clear the field. You don't understand multi-drone? You try to make OG drone and spawn drone do the thing? You're just stuck in the first loop. Well, you gotta fix the loop, dude. Why are you... This is way weird. I was kind of expecting the whole field to be cleared. Not gonna lie. Can index into none. Hawaii. Prep dinosaurs for each cell. We'll clear the ground. Why are you not... First of all, you should have cleared, but you didn't. Really, I'm sorry, I really can't help you. I'm up here creating content for a bunch of people, not being your personal tutor. So why? So when did we never get in here? Okay, so go to prepare dinosaurs. Oh, we have the wrong hat on. That's Hawaii. That's Hawaii. Okay, so when we start a program, we need to make sure we exit from the dino hat. Yeah, that does make a lot more sense. And then stuff will work because measure will no longer return null because the apple failed to spawn because we've now actually cleared the field. Heck yeah. Also, this map is way big. Here we also have some room for optimization. We could clearly do the map clearing in parallel. Yeah, also, I'm not sure if there's so much more we can do to speed this up. unless you want to start doing like real, like hardcore routing rules and doing much more aggressive clearings. Yeah, okay, so now we're reached the point where we entered into the zigzag mode. Actually, I just realized I think that a third is actually the right cutoff point for this, because when a snake fills a third of the field, then it's 50% chance that the apple will spawn in front of you. Rather than, or closer to your head than to your tail. Statistically speaking, at least. Yeah, with this size of map that we have now, this is getting painfully slow. I wonder if you could do something that's more aggressive, that actually allows you to go up and then double down on yourself. As long as you follow some simple rules, like always go down on odd columns and up on even columns, and right on odd rows and left on even rows. So that means that if you can find a way down, there must be a way up as well. Maybe? I mean, after a certain cutoff point, this still becomes the best strategy, I think.